All right, so again, we still talking on the same topic. Intellect versus militancy, or combine the two, right? And that was as I was stating in part one. As I was stating in part one, it makes no sense for us as a people to finally get our hands on this information. Finally get our hands on this information that we've been missing basically our entire life within this modern era that we're in. We went to school, we learned whatever the hell they taught us. We disregarded whatever the real deal was behind the scenes as far as our pastimes and our accomplishments, our downfalls, the whole nine, our story in general. That was disregarded, swept under the rug. Now the rug is being removed. We see what's there. We're taking it in. Pause. Beautiful. Kudos. Keep it going. Store that brain. No doubt. But again, I'm going to go a step further. Not only is it a waste of time if we're not going to exercise it in real life time, it's also starting to make us weak. Yes, I'm going to say that. This information is so powerful. It's beautiful, once again, that we're getting it, but it's so powerful that it almost scares the ones that are receiving it. It almost scares them into not wanting to put it into practice, not wanting to exercise that information. So thus, in reality, this information that we're learning is really making us weak if we're not going to, once again, exercise this shit. It makes no point to read, regurgitate, act like you sound, you know what I'm saying, sound like you smart and this, that, and the third to those who don't know. But then when they question you on how we going to get it popping, when we going to jump start it, this, that, and third, you have nothing for them. Or you want nothing to do with them at all. Debates are good. Conversation is good. Because it puts information on the table for everything to be, you know what I'm saying, available to the people to observe and study and this, that, and the third. Beautiful. But again, let's take it outside. Everything that we are learning thus far, we can make baby steps and do certain things. So at the end of the day, we got a lot of ground to cover. We have a lot of time to cover. You understand? But at the end of the day, let's take those steps. Let's make those steps. Let's put forth an effort to, like I said, everything that we have stored up here, we're all PhDs overnight and shit, right? As far as, once again, regurgitation. But we don't even got a damn quote-unquote high school diploma, junior high school, grade school diploma, as far as exercising that information, metaphorically speaking. So all I'm saying, all in all, if this information is really powerful, let it be powerful within the people. And what I mean by within the people, I'm talking about within the exercising of that information to equal your power for the people. It's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? Put it into practice. Now, the second part of this whole thing, militancy, right? Again, once again, the title is called Intellect versus Militancy, or combine the two. Going back to what the elder Paul Robeson said, black people need to be more militant. What does it mean to be militant? To be militant is, matter of fact, I'm going to do one better. Let me get the definition for you. Hold that thought. Let me get a definition for y'all. But in the meantime, you think of what the word militancy mean, and then we're going to get, like I said, I'm going to get the definition, I'm going to read the definition to you all, then we're going to break that shit down. It's not that hard. But again, going back to the whole intellect thing, we can't be scared of this information. At the end of the day, if it's going to be for us, if we're going to say that this is ours and we're reclaiming it, this, that, and third, then let's act like it. Let's act like it belongs to us. Let's act like it. You understand? That's all. Okay. Militancy definition. Let's see. Bear with me. You already know how this stuff loads. Okay. Militant. Adjective. Vigorously active or aggressive, especially in support of a cause. Engaged in warfare, fighting. Noun. A militant person. A person engaged in warfare or combat. Again, like I said in the very beginning, whatever, when you hear the word militancy or militant, you often think of combat, fighting, etc., etc. Shown right here. This is coming from dictionaryreference.com. You can go in do that a little bit further if you want to, but that's just an overall definition of what the word militant or militancy means. Fighting for a cause, standing for a cause, defending a cause, What is our cause, black people? Upholding this right here, upholding everything that they laid before us, etc., 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 amongst the many other greats out there. But of course, you already know these are my particular favorites. That's our cause. Nationalism is our cause. Global universal nationalism is our cause. The way Mr. Marcus Messiah Garvey put it out there before us. A universal African nationalism. Something that all black people, all African people across this globe can unify on, defend, exercise, and protect within their own realms and rights, wherever they may be. Right? For those of us here, right here in America, establishing, defending, and protecting and providing right here. For those back on the continent, establishing, protecting, providing right there back on the continent. For those who may be up in Europe, Australia, Asia, South America, etc., etc., etc. Because at the end of the day, you already know we are people of migration. We've migrated all over this globe. There's nowhere you can go and not find me and my people. So with that being said, there has to be some sort of stance. It has to be a visual. It has to be an audio even. Your speech has to be that of we holding shit down. Your actions have to be that of we holding shit down. Is that hard? It's not hard at all. Because again, first and foremost, you already know it's a three-step process. It has to start here, then it starts here. Then it goes here, follows up here, then it comes here. So again, whatever you think, you're going to speak. Whatever you speak, you're going to walk out. You're going to live out. Right? So, now, the question has to be asked. Based off the information part, right? And the lack of, and plus the need to exercise that information, when you add in the factor of militancy, as far as defending this information, providing more to this information, etc., 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 all that good stuff, putting up a good, firm, united front, all that good stuff, right? Are we also, add this in, are we also afraid to even show that militancy? Are we afraid to show that might, that defense, that united front? Or we're not afraid. There's only one of two things. Either you are or you aren't, or not. One of two things. You know the answer to that. I don't. It lies within you. It lies within the people. So again, now this is the best part of it all right here. When I say combine the two, again, intellect versus militancy or combine the two. This is the thing that needs to be done. You have to add the two together. You cannot have one separate without the next one. Because a lot of things that a lot of folks like to say, when it comes down to put things into motion, groundwork, etc., depending on whatever your level of specialty is, whatever your MOS is. At the end of the day, remember, everybody has their own lane within this thing called revolution, right? But you have to be firm in that stance. You have to be firm in that lane. You have to take that stance. Let it be known. Let it be heard. That's what it means to be militant. Be real with it. Be upfront with it. Bold with it. You understand? Now we need to put the information and the militancy together. Take this information, the powerful information, defend that information, provide based on that information. You move forward together. All in together now is like I like to say. It's needed. You can't have one without the two. One without the other. You just can't do it. You can't have the information thinking that the information alone is going to get you through. You can't have the militancy, right? Thinking that alone is going to get you through. Because at the end of the day, if you're all gung-ho dealing with the militancy, you're gung-ho and rah, but you don't necessarily have the actual cause, you don't have your mind wrapped around a particular agenda that you're trying to accomplish, what are you defending? What are you fighting for? So that's also void, null and void. You have to have the two together. You have to put the two together. You cannot leave them separate. The minute you leave them separate, you fail. Right then and there, you fail. It's not hard, family. Don't be afraid to learn the things that we're learning. Let the information build you up, not weaken you. Don't be afraid to take that stance and be seen and be heard. Because at the end of the day, me and you, we can't run a high anyway. We're always going to be seen. We're always going to be heard. You can't escape that. So you might as well be seen and heard for something that's meaningful. Being seen and heard for something that's powerful. Be seen and heard to be, on some shit that's worth a damn. That's basically it. The might of the nation rests within the women. The defense of the nation rests within the men. The legacy of the nation rests within the youth. Intellect, militancy, combine them. And when you do, you then can sustain all three of those levels. The defense, the might, and the legacy. You can sustain that right there. Questions, comments, concerns? Get at me. I didn't want to be too long, whatever. Of course, this is the second part of the video, whatever. But at the end of the day, I don't want to drag it out at no more than what it needs to. The point is there. You have to add both of them together. You have to put them together in the pot, cook it up, serve it to the people, just like that. You can't give them one ingredient, you give them the next ingredient some other time later. You got to give them the full, you know what I'm saying, the full course meal. Give them the whole food. Let them eat it up. Again, once again, this is R&M RBG TV. You know, we keep it G. It's your brother in Google. Now you see R&M. Keep it locked to the next one. You already know we got something thinking, always something on the brain, something that we need to discuss. But in the meantime, between time, keep it locked, keep it G. Thank you for walking with me the way I walk with you. Uncle Jobson, Apple, to up on Black Power, man. Always remember, family, that black love is a cure for the black nation. So let's get it. Think, which is your intellect. Bang out, which is your militancy. All in together now is when we combine the two. You understand? Black Power.
Now that's what we call a Panther Patrol. We see a brother get busted, we check it out, make sure the pigs don't go beating on him. He's taken downtown, we try to hook him up with a lawyer, bail.
So what? It's like we're policing the police.
Damn straight. The pigs don't like it. It messes up their cut of the drug trade.
Dig it.
Every day, there's something new. You pull out your bag and you Hey, y'all, come out here. It's the police. It's the brothers. We're going. Get some backup. Get the hell out of here. Get out of here.
So, Huey, so what's your telephone number?
Well, I confirm with you my address. That's all required by California law to do. We ain't broken no law.
Then what are you doing with that gun?
Well, what are you doing with yours?
Let me see that rifle, son.
No. This is my private property. According to California law, we got a constitutional right to bear arms.
What? Move along. What about you?
Wait, brothers, sisters, no. You ain't got to go nowhere. This is your business. Stay right here. The law says, as long as you stand a reasonable distance, that's 8 to 10 feet to be exact, you got a right to observe the police carrying out their duties. From what I can see, you're standing 22 feet away from this man. So, brothers, ain't no law being broken.
That's right. You stay right where you are. You ain't got to go nowhere.
Tip her protest. Learn about the Black Panther Party.
Is that gun loaded, boy?
Fish and game law clearly states it's unlawful to carry a live round of ammunition in the chamber of a shotgun or rifle in a vehicle. Pig.
Refer to him as officer. Then don't you refer to him as boy.
Well, is it loaded?
I tell you, officer, it wasn't, but now it is.
It's a badass nigga. Now, for the last time, boy, what do those guns mean?
They mean, pig, that the Black Panther Party declares you try to brutalize our community, you try to take our weapons. We'll shoot you, man.